destination. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football.
Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the Minnesota Vikings. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team that wins.
Ready to break. Watching the grind. No, out. Watch the slant. Deep grip.
On second down, Means. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second and long.
56. Here we go. Let's bring it. Hey, high 7. Let's bring it. Go.
To throw on second down. Wagner. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom. That's how we do it.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And he's going to go down again. M.J. Stewart, mainly known for his pass coverage, this time a sack.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Here we go. Slide 86, right there, 56. Hey, I'm coming. 26.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
43. Check, 43.
On second down, Jacobs. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jayon Brown. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, we got 3 down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And Eifert has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
So now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those...
It got his man complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for the Niners. 68 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Prescott now. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running is Jacobs. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
From the 41, Prescott. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one a first down pickup of 8. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a carry for Jacobs. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. It's caught by Funchess. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there of 22. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Loaded.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
56, the Mike boys, 56. Check 56. Let's go, D. Let's go. Let's go.
On 3rd and 2, Wagner. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Minnesota. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Reynolds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And again, it's Prescott. Got his man, it's Eifert. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Prescott. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 48. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think
and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here.
I'm on.
They go play action here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Wagner looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by M.J. Stewart. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Devin Funchess, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Vikings defense getting ready to go. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
27 yards there, a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Onyemata gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Monk's 56. Monk's 56.
Operating from the gun. Wagner, he's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Looking sideline, incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. He juked him. This is taken at the 23. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Found his target, it's Anderson. Touchdown, Vikings! Robbie Anderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Still on his feet. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Check, 43.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's right. Just train tracks, baby.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Second and 3. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Looking to throw. Wagner completes it to Samuel. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
56 is Mike. All day, baby, all day. First down, 49ers. Go. Deep grip.
Off play action. Wagner. Open man is Samuel. Complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with Henry. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. A toss running left. Means. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Oh, yeah!
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of a yard.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Jacobs now. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Down to lose one. Check.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
The previous play is under review.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
After review of the play.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Let's go, D. Watch twist.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
That's what I'm talking about.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the